Please enjoy the story. It was a warm autumn day in April of 1840, and the Konongwootong Gundidj clan was living their lives like any other day. The sound of children laughing and playing echoed through the bush, while the adults were busy with their daily chores. Suddenly, their peaceful life was disrupted by the sound of horses galloping towards them. The station hands of the Konongwootong sheep run had arrived, and they were angry. The Aboriginal people knew that they were in trouble and tried to run away, but they were outnumbered and outmatched. The station hands caught up to them near a set of waterholes, where the clan had set up their camp. What followed was a brutal massacre of up to 60 Jardwadjali Aboriginal people, including numerous old men, women, and children. The Konongwootong Gundidj clan never saw it coming. The White brothers, who owned the Konongwootong sheep run, were not present during the massacre. They had ridden off in search of sheep and Aboriginal people who had stolen from them, leaving their station hands to take care of things. When they returned to the station, they were horrified to hear what had happened. Charles Sivrite, the Aboriginal protector of the area, investigated the incident but was unable to secure evidence from any third-party witnesses, despite depositions from the participants admitting to the killing. The White brothers dismissed the station hands, but the damage had already been done. The aftermath of the massacre was devastating for the Konongwootong Gundidj clan. They were forced to leave their ancestral lands and move to Myrndal Station, where they joined the Waynedeep Gundidj clan. The trauma of the massacre lingered on for generations, as the Aboriginal people tried to come to terms with the brutal violence inflicted upon them. It was not until 1946 that the massacre was brought to light once again. A heavy flood had uncovered skulls and bones near the current-day Konongwootong Reservoir, which were discovered by T.J. Fitzgerald. The remains were later reburied, but the memory of the massacre could not be buried. In 2014, a commemorative site was created at the Konongwootong Reservoir to acknowledge the event. The Konongwootong Quiet Place stands as a reminder of the atrocities that were committed against the Jardwadjali Aboriginal people of the Konongwootong Gundidj clan. It is a place of reflection, where people can pay their respects to those who lost their lives in the Fighting Waterholes massacre. The legacy of the massacre lives on, as a tragic reminder of the violence that was inflicted upon the Indigenous people of Australia. The story of the Konongwootong Gundidj clan serves as a warning about the dangers of ignorance, fear, and hatred, and the devastating consequences that can result from these emotions. It is a story that should never be forgotten. As years passed by, the memory of the Fighting Waterholes massacre faded from public consciousness. However, for the descendants of the Konongwootong Gundidj clan, the wounds of the past remained fresh. They had lost their loved ones, their homes, and their way of life. The trauma of the massacre had been passed down from generation to generation, a painful reminder of the violence that had been inflicted upon their people. In the late 20th century, a new movement emerged in Australia, aimed at recognizing the injustices that had been committed against the Indigenous peoples of the country. Reconciliation became a buzzword, and many Australians began to acknowledge the wrongs that had been done in the past. For the descendants of the Konongwootong Gundidj clan, this was a turning point. They began to speak out about their ancestors' history, demanding recognition for the violence that had been committed against them. They wanted the world to know that they had suffered, that their pain had not been forgotten. In 2014, the Konongwootong Quiet Place was created, a memorial to the victims of the massacre. It was a small step towards acknowledging the atrocities that had been committed, a recognition of the pain and trauma that had been inflicted upon the Jardwadjali Aboriginal people of the Konongwootong Gundidj clan. The memorial became a gathering place for the descendants of the clan, a place where they could come together to honor their ancestors and to share their stories. For many, it was the first time that they had spoken openly about the trauma of the past, a healing process that had been a long time coming. Today, the Konongwootong Quiet Place stands as a powerful reminder of the atrocities that were committed against the Indigenous peoples of Australia. It is a symbol of hope, a sign that reconciliation is possible, that healing is possible, and that the wounds of the past can be mended. As Australians continue on their journey towards reconciliation, the memory of the Fighting Waterholes massacre serves as a cautionary tale. It is a reminder of the need to acknowledge the wrongs of the past, to honor the pain and suffering of those who have been marginalized, and to work towards a better, more just future for all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.